The Plant Finder tool allows a user to discover potential plant species that are suitable for your particular needs and the region you want to seed or replant. Currently, the Pilot Plant Finder tool has plant species data processed and curated for 6 states: Washington, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, North and South Dakota. We'll be adding more states as funding becomes available, and all data used in the tool is from authenticated official sources, and more details on the source can be found in the methods section in the tool. But to begin, let us go to Plant Finder here and we'll select Find Plants. We are taken to a page with a disclaimer stating that this tool is for general use, and where warranted, please defer to USDA and NRCS recommendations if engaging with conservation programs such as CRP. So we'll say we understand. And here we're shown a map of the world where it's already zoomed in on the United States. And additionally, there's a box on the upper right-hand side here where we're able to visualize additional layers of interest. For example, we have currently included several layers showing boundaries of interest and several climate-related data layers. But let's look at one of these additional layers. For example, if we want to know which MLRA or Major Land Resource Area a planting location is in, we can turn on that layer. So we'll click there, and let's say we hover over Kansas, and it'll show us here that's the Central High Tableland MLRA. You can easily change the opacity of the layer by using the sliding bar, so let's do that now. And you can see the changes in the map in the background. But for now, let's reset. We can look at the bottom right side of the screen here, where you have the option of choosing from 3 base layers, including satellite imagery here. And then if you're interested in finding a planting location when you're out in the field with your mobile phone or tablet, you can click on this icon here below, and it will automatically take you to your location. But let's say we're looking for suitable plant species in western Kansas. So we'll zoom into Kansas here, and I will click a point. Let's say we're looking for plant species around here. Now, on the left side of the screen, we'll be showing the latitude and longitude of the selected point, as well as average precipitation. We'll be promoted with a first base set of filters below, being growth habit, duration, and ecological site. So let's say for this example, we're looking for grasses and forbs that are perennials. So we'll select grasses and forbs that are perennial, and let's say we're looking for them in the Los Breaks region of Kansas. So we will click that. And now, once you press these filters, we're given a blue box on the bottom of the screen that shows the species in the database that match these filters. Currently, it's showing us 31 species. So let's click on this box now. And now we are taken to a page that shows each of these species that match these criteria. And it will show a photo of each species, common and scientific name, growth habit, duration, and cultivars. These species information and images come from the USDA plants database to which it's linked. So let's look at Anderson's larkspur here, and we'll click this link, and we will be taken to the USDA's plants database page for that species. But for now, let's return, and let's say we want to filter our species selection further by additional criteria. So we'll look close to the upper left side of the screen here, and we'll see a series of vertical lines with the Change Filters option. We'll click on that now. Here, we're given a much larger set of filter options relating to categories like morphology and physiology, growth requirements, drought and salinity tolerance, and many more. But let's say that here at the end, we're looking for plants with high pollination value and which are pollinated by native bees. So let's click those boxes now. We'll select high pollination value and native bees here. And so, as you can see, that blue box is now narrowed. And as we see, there are now 4 species that meet these criteria. So let's click on this blue box now. We are now shown those 4 species on the main page. And for example, let's say we're now ready to try and locate these species for sale. So this tool is linked to the vendor match tool, which will help us locate who has these particular species for sale. Closer to the upper right-hand side of the screen here, there's a button toggle for species available in vendor inventory. Let's press that now. We can see that there are 3 species left on the screen. So since 3 species are still shown here, that means that 3 of those 4 are available for sale in the vendor match tool. So now let's click on the checkboxes on the left side of each species. We can click it here, or if we wanted to highlight all of them, we could click this box here. And you'll see two new options here for species. You'll press new options for find vendors and download, which have appeared here. And to start, let us press download. So if we press download, we'll be able to download this list of suitable species, which we will try now. And here we were taken to a page that shows us these downloaded species. You can keep these for your records, take this to the NRC office, anything you need to do with this, but you have this downloaded and available to you. Um, but let's go back now, and this time let us press Find Vendors. And so we are now moved to the vendor match tool, where the species have already been loaded into the search bar. But first, you'll see another disclaimer when entering the tool that says that any registered seed or seedling vendor in the US may voluntarily upload their business profile and plant or seed inventory information to this tool. And again, it's an end user's responsibility if enrolled in a CRP contract to determine whether the seeds and plants available are certified under the contract's requirements. So we'll select We Understand, and you'll see here again that the species we selected have been automatically placed in the vendor match toolbar search bar here. And so we will select next. And so we are taken to a following page where we can confirm that these are the species we're looking for, common scientific name, types, growth habit, and then we'll select Get Matches. And here we're taken to a page showing which vendors have those species for sale. Please see the vendor match tutorial for additional information on how that tool works. But thank you for viewing this tutorial on the Plant Finder tool.